and welcome to the Classroom Corner. Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to see you here. As you know, church is unfortunately. Hi, Becca. I was going to introduce you, but okay. So as you know, church is unfortunately closed temporarily right now. And unfortunately, that means that we can't do children's church in person, which absolutely breaks my heart. I miss you guys so much. But we do have an alternative. This is the Classroom Corner, which is literally just a corner of my room. But I spruced it up, made it a little bit homey, tried my best. So I'll give you guys a little tour of it. So here we have all my materials here. We have some stuff that we're going to use for the lesson today. Little spoilers. It involves water and towels. What's it going to be? Who knows? So here we have our Walking with Jesus poster. Some of you guys may recognize this. We did work on this a little bit before, 2 lessons before exactly. Becca, wait! My dog's scratching at the door. So we did work on this a little bit before we left. We had to leave at least. But we're going to come back to this and we're going to be adding on to this. So eventually at the end it's going to be this big thing and it's super exciting. Here we have my Bible across there, and here we have our verse of the day right here. And then over here we have, of course it has to have a theme. So the Classroom Corner's theme is lighthouses, of course. I love lighthouses. They're like one of my favorite things ever. So we have a nice lighthouse here with some shells, a little boat, some clouds. So it's very nice, very homey. Now Becca, come on over here. Come here. Also, for today, we have a star guest, which is my dog, Becca. She's actually going to be helping me dramatize the story today, which is super, super exciting. So she's going to just be chilling out here, hanging out here. She may not be here every day, but she's very happy that you are here. So this is Becca, and also I'm Miss Heather. If you don't know me, it's very nice to meet you. If you already know me, it's awesome to see you again. Well, not see you, but it's awesome to know you're here. Whoever may be watching right now, I miss you so much. Whether I've seen you or I haven't seen you, I miss you so much, and I'm so happy that you are here. Becca, hold on. Come here. Come here. She'll be out in a second. So, if you guys think back to the last time we were in church, which was like a whole month ago. It's crazy. So if you think back to when we were here a month ago, we were actually doing a story about washing feet. And it was with Mary, and it was Mary anointing Jesus' feet with some anointing oil. And there were 2 things with that, or not anointing oil, excuse me, perfume. So the 2 things that were really crazy for that story is Mary ended up using a whole load of perfume, like a lot of perfume, and it was super expensive, and Judas got really mad, if you remember. So there was that, and then there was also the fact that to dry Jesus' feet off, she didn't just use a towel. No, she used her own hair, which is really, it's unexpected, but pretty cool, pretty crazy, pretty cool. So we were talking about that, and it's actually pretty similar, very similar to this story here that we're talking about, and it is with Jesus washing the disciples' feet. So we're going to go ahead and start reading. This is the Beginner's Bible, if anybody was curious. We're going to read from here, and we're going to read it, talk about it a little, and then we're going to do some dramatization with Miss Becca over here. Okay. So, and also I will go ahead and show you the pictures after I'm done reading and talking about the page. Do not worry, you'll be able to see your pictures. Okay, so washing the disciples' feet. This comes from John chapter 13, verses 3 through 30. So Jesus and his disciples gathered together for a special Passover meal. Jesus knew that he would be leaving them soon. So they're all gathering. They're going to have a nice dinner. They're going to have a Passover meal, which was the meal right before Jesus had to leave and be crucified. But I'm getting way ahead of myself. That's like in a couple days. Okay, so Jesus knew that he would be leaving them soon. So they're having a nice dinner party. So then after, I'm going to show you guys pictures. I was like, I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? I'm like, I forgot to show the picture. There we go. So we have a nice basin there with water, and we have a jug. Okay, so after supper, so supper's finished, if you had to take a guess, think in your mind, what do you think they might have had for dinner? Think, think, think. I wish I could hear your guys' wonderful responses, but unfortunately I can't. But think in your brains. Do you have an idea? Okay, it was bread and wine. So, after supper, Jesus removes his outer clothing. He wrapped a towel around his waist, and he filled a bowl with water. Jesus washed and dried the disciples' feet, one by one. So, what we're going to put a pause there, and we're going to do some acting out here. So, I have my dog Becca, who's trying to get into her treats. Go figure. So, she is actually going to be one of the disciples. So, usually, in the classroom situation, I would be washing your guys' feet, and I would be Jesus, but unfortunately, I cannot wash your guys' feet because of social distancing, and you guys are so far away. I can't see you guys. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash Becca's feet. So, I'm going to turn the camera down just a tiny bit. There we go. Cool. So, we have Miss Becca over here, and we have our water right here. And Becca's probably going to take a drink. Yep. She was thirsty. She's gonna drink some water first. So, alright, so, Becca, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna take your paw, or in this case, feet. It's okay. And then, I'm gonna take her paw, and I'm gonna wash, oh, you can't see it. And I'm gonna wash, Becca, okay. And I'm washing her paws. Alright, there we go. And I'm washing her paws. Washing them in the water. Meg's like, what are you doing? And I do have a towel. Don't worry, it's not going to get on the ground. Alright, here's just your second foot. So he did this to every single one of the disciples. He went and he washed their feet. Every single one of them. Now, while I'm doing this, okay, I'm drying your paws off, Becca. It's okay. We're almost done. So, while I'm doing this, what thoughts do you think were going through the disciples' head? Because this is Jesus washing the disciples' feet. So, I don't know, just take a think. What if you were a disciple and you were getting your feet washed by Jesus, what would be going through your mind? Becca, what's going through your mind right now? What's going through your mind? You just got your feet washed by Jesus. What is going through your mind? Becca's thinking about it too. Okay, so I'm going to give Becca a treat because she was such a good girl. So he did that to every single one of the disciples. Finish, no more. You probably want to get let out. I'm going to let Becca out the door real quick. I'm going to be right back. Becca, come on. Alright. Okay, I am back. So, everybody give a nice round of applause for Becca for participating there. So, Jesus went and did that to every single one of the disciples' feet. Every single one of them. And how many of them exactly were there? Hopefully I heard a nice 12. It sucks that I can't hear you guys. I wish I could hear you guys. I miss you guys so much. Okay. So he washed and dried the disciples' feet one by one, just like what we did with Becca. But instead it was humans, not a dog. So, then it was Peter's turn. Oh, wait. Also, picture. So, look at the disciples' expression there. He's like, hold on, wait. Hold on. I'm supposed to be washing your feet, but you're washing my feet. He's a little bit confused. And so was Peter. So then it was Peter's turn. He said to Jesus, "Lord, you should never wash my feet." Jesus answered, "I must wash your feet for you to be part of my kingdom." Then he said to them all, "As I've washed your feet, you must wash each other's feet." And by doing this, Jesus showed his friends how to love and serve each other. So this is really a really cool, I really like this story. But I say that for every story. I love all the stories in the Bible. But I really like this story in particular. And I love Jesus' word choice here. Because he's like, oh yeah, I need to wash your feet. Like, can I wash your feet? It's not like, oh, can I wash your feet? Do you mind if I wash your feet? It's just like, no, I must wash your feet for you to be part of my kingdom. There's no, they have to get their feet washed. There's no like, oh, I mean, if you want, I could, or like, oh, you don't have to. No, I must, which I really think that's a really good word choice, or a really strong word choice there. So then he said to them all, as I have washed your feet, you must wash each other's feet. So if you're a disciple, you just got your feet washed by Jesus, and you're thinking in your mind, and you're like, what does he mean by that? Does he mean, okay, so you might go for a walk. You might walk your dog, with your family, or wherever. Is Jesus saying, like, when you go for a walk and you see a person, and are you supposed to run up to the person? Oh my gosh, wait, hold on, you gotta stop right there. I got a towel, I got a basin, I got water. I need to wash your feet right now because Jesus told me to. Do you think that's what he meant? Hopefully not. So he did not mean literally like go around and wash each other's feet. You can, if you ask them kindly maybe, but that's not what he meant. What he meant was he wants us to do kind things for other people, and hopefully they will do kind things back. Because Jesus is kind to us, and we do kind things for Jesus, and it's like this circle. It's like a circle. So he wants us to, as it says here, to love and serve each other. So this was a really, really great example. Now, you can do this now, you can do this after, you can do this whenever, you can do this whenever you want. I strongly encourage you to go ahead and take a water or container to put water in, much bigger than this, because this was meant for a dog's feet, or a dog's paws. But I strongly encourage you to go with your family and just go and just get a bucket or basket, whatever, of water, some sort of container of water, and go and wash your family's feet. You just need some towels, some water, and a place to hold the water, and you can really make this story come to life. Wash your parents' feet or your siblings' feet, just like Jesus washed the disciples' feet. It's like, for instance, your parents. Your parents always take care of you and are there for you. Wouldn't it be so cool to do like a complete 180 and be like, hey, I'm gonna wash your feet because you did so many cool things for me. I think that would be really cool. And whenever we do get to meet, again, we get to talk to each other again. Definitely tell me about these things, or tell your friend on a phone call about these things. Talk about it. Spread the word. Okay. So here. And now here, this part makes me so sad because this part comes with a game, and this game involves being in a classroom with people. And unfortunately, we are not in a classroom full of people. But the day we get back in church, we will be doing this activity because I love it so much and it breaks my heart that we cannot do it in person. So, I'm going to read it first and then we'll go into detail about that game. Maybe you could even play with your family. Who knows? So, Jesus told them, so after feet washing is done and all that, Jesus told them, them meaning the disciples, one of you will turn against me tonight. And the disciples, they're shocked. They're like, oh my gosh. And they say, we would never do that. We would never do that, Jesus. And then John, he goes and he said, who will turn against you? John asked. And then Jesus said, the one I give this piece of bread to, said Jesus. So, think in your minds, you guys might know this already, who was the one to betray Jesus? Out of all the disciples, who was the one to betray Jesus? You guys now think in your brains. Usually I would call on someone, but unfortunately I cannot. So think in your brains, think of your answer, and it was, or he went and he handed the bread to Judas, and he said, do what you must, and Judas quickly left. So what do you think Jesus meant when he said, like, do what you must? What do you think? Any ideas? Think in your brains. Think in your brains so hard that it just transmits to me and I can hear all your ideas. I hear an idea. It's coming. I hear someone said that Judas had to go and do what he needed to do to turn Jesus in, which is right. We will be touching about that next time, which should be tomorrow. So, the game, unfortunately we cannot play it here, but it is about Last Supper. We have played this twice, I think, in the classroom. Is you go and usually in the classroom everybody would be sitting in a circle, and then everybody would close their eyes except for one person, who would usually be me, and I would be Jesus or somebody else. And everybody would close their eyes except for Jesus, and then Jesus would go and tap the shoulder of the person who he knew was, or that basically if Jesus tapped someone, they would be Judas. And then everybody opens their eyes, and the person who got tapped does not tell anybody that they're Judas. And what Jesus does is Jesus starts from whoever person Jesus wants to go first. And Jesus asked the disciple, will you betray me tonight? And that person can either go yes or no. Or like, yes, Jesus, I will, or no, Jesus, I will not. And this is the one time in class you're allowed to lie. It does not matter if you got tapped or not. You can either tell the truth, or you can flat out lie and you can say you are Judas. And the goal is for everybody around the table to determine who is the real Judas. And it's really cool, and it's so much fun, and I'm so sad that we're not able to do it in a classroom situation. But maybe you can do it with your family. It does take kind of a lot of people to do it, but if you have a bigger family, then there you go. You might be able to do it. But I promise you that the second we get back into church on a normal schedule and all that, we will play this game, because I love it and I'm so heartbroken that we cannot. So that is the story for today. So that was Jesus washing the disciples' feet. And because we have finished it, and I have my glue stick, we have this awesome piece of paper or card stock right here. And then this is, his name just escaped me, Peter. Yes, it was Peter. Sorry. So this is Peter right over here. And this is Peter he's looking pretty confused, because he's like, wait, I don't get it. Wait, I'm supposed to be washing I'm supposed to be washing your feet, Jesus. Why are you washing my feet? So this is him in a state of confusion. But now Peter knows, now you guys know why Jesus washed the disciples' feet. And go tell your friends all about it. Okay, so usually I would have someone glue it on. Unfortunately, that cannot happen. Usually I would ask someone where to glue it. Unfortunately, that cannot happen either. But we will put him right by Jesus, because he was talking with Jesus, and he's like, wait, I thought I was supposed to be washing your feet, but now you're washing my feet. So it just seems fitting that he's hanging out over there by Jesus. Okay, so now we're going to draw our attention down here. Hopefully you can see that. Hopefully you can. Okay, so the verse for today comes from John chapter 13, verse 14. If I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you too must wash each other's feet, which is what we have been talking about. So there you go. And I encourage you guys to also go in your Bible and read the story for yourselves. Or act out the story with your family, with the water and the towel and everything. Wash your parents' feet. Wash your siblings' feet. That'd be really, really awesome. Okay, so the next thing is going to be a little different. Because usually we would do craft time. But unfortunately, I cannot hand you crafts through the screen. I wish we could. Maybe one day technology, I'll be able to give you guys pieces of paper through the screen. That would actually be really, really cool. Really, really cool. So the craft for today was this little booklet about how I can serve like Jesus. What is the title of the booklet? And it has a whole bunch of designs in here about, like, with my feet I can do this, with my hands I can do this, and all this to serve Jesus. But unfortunately, I have the papers and everything, but I cannot hand you this through the screen, unfortunately. So, for every craft, and this is for every lesson that we have to do online as well, there will be an alternative to it. So this was a relatively simple craft, so I went and I made it myself. I didn't even use this. We don't need that. So what I did, I'm going to scoot a little bit closer so you can see it. There we go. So what I did was I can serve like Jesus with a little exclamation point, because it's something to be excited about. I can serve like Jesus, and you can too. So I drew a little picture here of Jesus washing the disciples' feet. Could be whichever disciple. I didn't put a name to him. So there's 5 different things. With your hands, I can. With your feet, I can. With your words, I can. And with your heart. Yes, it is heart, not love. With your heart, I can. So there's those 4 things, and I encourage you guys to write something, or to first of all draw one of those things. And then inside, you can draw something inside, or you can just write it. I wrote it because I can't draw. Excuse the really bad pictures. I forgot. Forewarning, my art, it's not there. So as you can see, that looks like a foot, not a hand, but I promise you it's a hand. It's just not good at drawing. So here I put with my hands, I can help others. And also with your hands, this seems fitting too. With your hands, you can also wash them to stay safe. And then with my feet, I can walk like Jesus. With my words, I can spread the word of Jesus, which is what I'm doing right now with you guys, which is really cool. And then with my heart, I can love others. So just because I made this craft this way, does not mean you have to do this exact same thing. I want you guys to be creative. I want you guys to be imaginative with it, and like you can make like a 3D booklet or something. Like it doesn't have to be 2D. You can like seriously be creative. With this, all I did was I just took 4 pieces of paper. Yep, 4 pieces of paper. I needed 4 pieces of paper, a hole punch, some yarn, and some markers. And if you don't have yarn, use a staple. You guys can do whatever you want with that. It is your craft, it is your creativity, it's your imagination, and it's awesome. So I will leave you guys with that, and we are just about wrapped up here, unfortunately. But don't worry, there will be a new lesson tomorrow. So what the plan is for this is this one is coming out on Wednesday, then tomorrow on Thursday another one will come out because we are behind. So we're going to have a lesson Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we're going to have Easter on Sunday, and we're going to have an Easter lesson for that. So we're basically going to be following the story of Easter till Easter, just back to back, because we don't have any more weeks left. We just have days. But then once Easter hits, it'll be once a week. It'll be once a week every Sunday, and they'll usually be, this was my first one, so it went a little bit longer. It's usually 20 minutes or under is what I'm shooting for, and I'm super excited to see what you guys make, what you guys create. I'm super excited to do this because legitimately I miss you guys so much, so much. So I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy you're watching this, and I am just overjoyed to be doing this again. I missed it so much, and now I have a whole corner in my room dedicated to just this, and I love that. So, there was one more thing that I was going to do, and I have seemed to forgot it. Okay, there was one more thing. It's okay. I'll probably put it in the next one or something. Probably wasn't important anyway since I forgot it. And I will leave you with one more thing. Is what I wanted to do is I wanted to do a song of the day in this case, but eventually it'll be week. Song of the day. This one's not really a song. And the reason I want to do a song of the day is because I've been listening to music 24/7 because music is such a powerful thing to just. It's just music is just such a powerful thing. Just period. Music is such a powerful thing, and I have been really enjoying listening to music, and it's helped lift my spirits. So I wanted to share some of that with you guys. Definitely, if you like singing, go ahead and sing. Go ahead and learn a new song, learn a new instrument, and just music in general. Just it helps. It's been helping me at least. So the song of the day, it's not really a song. It's more of just a general thing. Listen to old VBS songs. It will just brighten your day. I have a whole playlist of them. If you need to remember some names, there was Shipwrecked, Funmaker Factory, Cave Quest. There was Roar, that was last year's. In the Wild, if you did Community VBS. Weird Animals, Everest. There's a whole bunch of stuff. If you look on Spotify and YouTube, I guarantee you will find it. It's in group music is the place for it. So I wanted to leave that with you guys because I have a whole playlist. I listen to it all the time when I'm planning lessons, and I've been listening to it especially during quarantine because I miss you guys so much. So I think that's everything. I think that's our first online lesson in the classroom corner classroom, whatever. And I'm so happy that you guys are here. I'm so happy that I'm here and being able to interact with you guys. It means the world to me that you watch this. I'm so happy. And stay safe, wash your hands, social distance, and just have fun and keep on walking with Jesus. And is about it for me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!